Straight hair. Straight hair is the most efficient water-shedding design nature ever engineered. What makes it remarkable is its ability to protect your scalp while staying dry, a trait that gave early humans a survival edge in cold, wet climates where staying warm meant staying alive. The structure is deceptively simple. Each strand has a round cross-section and lies flat against the scalp. Sebum, your scalp's natural oil, travels effortlessly from root to tip because there are no curves to interrupt the flow. This creates a smooth, water-repellent coating that acts like a natural raincoat. Here's what that means functionally. When rain or snow hits straight hair, water runs off instead of being absorbed. The smooth shafts don't create air pockets that trap moisture, so your head stays drier than other hair types in wet conditions. In cold environments, wet hair causes rapid heat loss through evaporative cooling. Straight hair minimizes this risk, helping early humans in northern found climates conserve body heat. But there's another hidden advantage: fast drying and quick cooling. Because straight hair lies close to the scalp without creating dense volume, air flows freely across the skin. When you sweat in moderate heat, that moisture evaporates quickly, cooling your head efficiently without trapping hot air. Straight hair also provides mechanical protection with surprisingly little effort. The smooth surface means less tangling, less breakage, and less energy spent maintaining it. In survival terms, hair that protects your scalp without demanding constant grooming is an advantage. Globally, straight hair is most common in East Asian, Native American, and some indigenous populations. It evolved in climates where precipitation and cold were bigger threats than intense sun exposure. But here's the trade-off. Straight hair provides less UV protection than curly types. It lies flat, so there's minimal shading between the sun and your scalp. In high UV environments, that's a vulnerability. The same traits that shed water also shed less heat when you need cooling. A survival design optimized for wet, cold climates, with weaknesses in hot, sunny ones. Wavy hair. Wavy hair is the biological middle ground, the adaptive compromise between extremes. What makes it remarkable is its versatility. It's not the best at any one function, but it performs well across the widest range of climates, making it one of nature's most balanced designs. The structure forms shaped bends along the shaft. These curves lift some strands away from the scalp while others remain closer, creating variable volume. This intermediate shape produces medium porosity, meaning the hair absorbs and releases moisture at a moderate rate. Functionally, wavy hair creates small air pockets between the scalp and the outer hair layer. These pockets provide some shading from the sun without trapping too much heat. You get better UV protection than straight hair, but better airflow than tight curls. It's temperature regulation through geometry. This made wavy hair advantageous for early humans in temperate climates with seasonal variation. Summers with strong sun exposure, winters with cold and moisture. Wavy hair handles both reasonably well. It provides enough volume to shade the scalp in heat, but enough airflow to prevent overheating. Wavy hair appears across many populations, but is particularly common in people of European, Middle Eastern, and some South Asian ancestries. It's associated with regions where climate varies significantly throughout the year. The hidden advantage is adaptability. Wavy hair holds styles more easily than straight hair because the bends create natural friction between strands. This means you can adjust volume and coverage based on conditions, wear it down for warmth, pull it up for cooling. But the trade-off is maintenance. Wavy hair is more prone to frizz than straight hair and requires more moisture than it naturally receives. The S-curves disrupt sebum distribution, so the ends can become dry while the roots stay oily. A versatile design that performs adequately everywhere but excels nowhere specific. Curly hair. Curly hair is the ultimate solar shield, a three-dimensional parasol engineered to protect your brain in extreme heat. What makes it remarkable is its ability to reduce solar heat gain more effectively than any other hair type while still allowing your scalp to breathe. The structure is based on helical coils. The hair shaft has an oval cross-section, and this asymmetry causes the strand to curl as it grows. Each curl lifts away from the scalp, creating a thick cloud of hair with significant volume. This isn't cosmetic volume, it's functional architecture. Here's how it works. The lifted, voluminous structure intercepts sunlight before it reaches your scalp. Studies using thermal mannequins found that curly hair reduces solar heat gain significantly more than straight hair. The air pockets between curls act as insulation against incoming heat while allowing hot air to escape. This design evolved in hot, high UV environments, particularly in sub-Saharan Africa, where early humans faced intense sun exposure year-round. Curly hair lowered the need for sweating to cool the brain, which conserved precious water in arid climates. It also provided superior UV screening, protecting the scalp skin from damage. But there's more. The springy, lifted structure acts as mechanical cushioning. It's a soft buffer around the skull, providing minor impact protection that flat-lying hair can't match. Curly hair is most common in people of African, Afro-Caribbean, and some Mediterranean ancestries, reflecting its evolutionary origins in sun-drenched regions. The trade-off is structural fragility. Individual curly strands are mechanically weaker than straight hair because the inner side of each curve has fewer cuticle layers, creating stress points. Natural oils struggle to travel along the curves, so curly hair requires more moisture and careful handling. An evolutionary masterpiece for hot climates, with vulnerabilities in mechanical strength. Coily hair. Coily hair is the most protective hair type on the planet, the ultimate adaptation for surviving in extreme heat with minimal water. What makes it remarkable is its ability to maximize shade and UV protection while maintaining ventilation, a design so specialized that it represents the peak of thermoregulatory adaptation. The structure consists of extremely tight coils, zigzags, or kinks. The hair shaft is highly elliptical, producing the sharpest curves of any hair type. These coils form very close to the scalp, creating dense volume with exceptional height. Functionally, coily hair creates more air pockets per square inch than any other type. Mannequin experiments confirm that tightly coiled hair does the best job at limiting solar heat gain while still allowing heat to escape from the scalp. It's not a dense mat, it's an engineered lattice. This gave early humans in the hottest, most sun-exposed regions of Africa a critical survival advantage. Coily hair protected the brain from overheating, reduced the need for sweating, and provided the strongest UV shielding of any hair type. It also offered extra padding against mechanical impacts. Coily hair is most common in people of African descent, reflecting its evolutionary origins in equatorial regions, where UV exposure is highest and water conservation is critical. But the trade-off is pronounced. Coily hair fibers are the most fragile of all types. The tight bends create severe stress points, making the strands highly prone to breakage. The extreme curl pattern also prevents sebum from traveling down the shaft, leading to chronic dryness. A marvel of evolutionary engineering for extreme heat. With the highest maintenance demands, thick hair. Thick hair is nature's armor, the strongest physical barrier between your scalp and the environment. What makes it remarkable is its sheer mechanical resilience. Each strand has a larger diameter, providing superior strength and coverage. The structure is straightforward. Each strand exceeds 80 microns in diameter compared to 50 to 60 microns for fine hair. This larger cross-section means more keratin, more cuticle layers, and more structural material per strand. Functionally, thick hair creates a better physical shield. Because each strand is larger, fewer hairs are needed to cover the scalp surface, yet the overall protection is superior. This provides excellent UV blocking and temperature regulation. The thicker strands create a more substantial barrier to heat transfer. This made thick hair advantageous in variable climates, where both cold and intense sun exposure were threats. The added bulk provided insulation in cold weather, while the increased coverage offered shade and heat. The hidden advantage is durability. Thick hair resists breakage during styling and environmental stress, maintaining its protective length and density over time. But the trade-off is heat retention. Thick hair has more thermal mass, which means it takes longer to dry and can trap more heat close to the scalp in hot, humid conditions. A strong, protective design optimized for durability, with reduced cooling efficiency in extreme heat. Fine hair. Fine hair is the most underestimated design in human biology. What makes it remarkable is that thinner hair fibers can actually be stronger per unit area than thick ones, a counterintuitive principle that challenges assumptions about size and resilience. The structure consists of strands under 60 microns in diameter. Fine hair feels soft because there's less material per strand, but research shows that thinner fibers fracture differently than thick ones, often producing higher tensile strength relative to their size. Functionally, fine hair excels at moisture distribution. Natural scalp oils travel quickly along the narrow shafts, coating the entire length efficiently. Fine hair also has less thermal mass, meaning it dries faster and loses heat more quickly. This made fine hair advantageous in warm, humid climates where rapid cooling was essential. A head of fine hair doesn't create heavy insulation, so the scalp can cool efficiently through evaporation. The hidden advantage is thermal efficiency. Fine hair allows for faster heat loss, which prevents overheating in moderate to warm conditions. But the trade-off is reduced physical protection. Fine hair provides less UV shielding because fewer, thinner strands cover the scalp. It's also more vulnerable to tangling and breakage if handled roughly. A lightweight, efficient design optimized for fast cooling with minimal sun protection. Your hair type isn't random, it's a response to the environment your ancestors survived. Each structure carries hidden advantages that once meant the difference between life and death. Which type do you have? And do you see these traits in your own hair? Subscribe for more. Don't just live in your body, understand it.